So today I want to speak about a matter that is very dear to my heart, and that is the matter of gender-based violence and how the society keeps telling women undergoing gender-based violence, living with narcissistic personalities, to stay in their marriages. A couple of days ago, someone forwarded to me the judgment of the court regarding the Osinachi's case, that her husband had been sentenced to death. And all I could think about was her poor children. First of all, they lost their mother in a very brutal fashion. They had to testify against their father. And now their father has been sentenced to death. Where does that leave this dear little children, innocent children that these two adults brought into the world? Where does that leave them? They'll be traumatized, perhaps for life, if there's no intentional intervention to rid them of the trauma that these events will cause them. Think about it this way. What if Osinachi had left her husband and then taken her children with her? She would still be alive. The man would still be alive, but maybe another woman would have been fallen victim. But at least the children would have had both parents alive or either parent to take care of them. But look at what don't leave him cost her. If she had left at that time, she would have been stigmatized. People would have wagged their tongues, and said all sorts of things. When she didn't leave and she died, people still talked, but all of that is not important. What is important is the implication of staying in an abusive marriage. Yes, God hates divorce, but also in Malachi 3, God says, do not treat the wife of your youth treacherously. And he said he will reject your offerings when you treat the wife of your youth treacherously. And so God hates you treating your wife badly. God does not want any human being to suffer. If God loved you enough to die for you, he loves you too much to allow you to live in hell on earth. Please, if you're in an abusive marriage, take a break. Let the brain of the abuser, the perpetrator, reset whilst you are out there. And if you decide that he's able to change and you want to come back, fine. You must not get a divorce, but you can take a leave, take a walk, and let him rethink, and you will rethink things so that you can be alive, particularly for your children. A lot of women say they stay because of the children. Even if you don't get to die in that marriage, you traumatize the children daily as they see you and your spouse throwing abusive words at each other, as they see you being beaten by your spouse, and then some of them will learn these behaviors and become abusers in the future. And so we keep perpetrating this evil, this hydra-headed monster of gender-based violence, domestic abuse, and intimate partner violence. Come on, we can do better as a society. Let us all rise up and speak against gender-based violence. Do not stigmatize any woman who decides to quit an abusive marriage. Give her your support. If you cannot support her, at least do not stigmatize her. We can do better as a society. When we destroy our women, we are destroying the most precious resources that our nation has, because the women are the future. We are the nurturers of the future generation. So let's say no to all forms of gender-based violence. As a matter of fact, all forms of violence against persons. Thank you very much, and I pray that people learn. Maybe I should speak to the men for a bit. If you have problems, if you have childhood trauma issues, whatever issues there are, because a lot of people go through different kinds of trauma in their childhood days. You decide which way you want to go. Whether to decide that because I saw my father beat up my mother, I would never do that to another woman. I would never let any woman out there suffer what my mother suffered. That's one way to go. Or you decide to become an abuser and continue this evil. So if you've decided to become an abuser, please don't blame it on anything. We grow, we learn. And in psychology, we believe that every behavior is learned and can be unlearned. You can do yourself, you can do better for yourself. Go get help. Seek the help of a therapist. Do something to unlearn, because you can never be happy whilst you're a narcissist. You can deceive the entire world that you're happy, but deep down, you suffer daily. You're unhappy. You suffer poor self-esteem issues. That you live in unhappiness and regret and torment, even as you torment other people. So get help. You can do better. Come to Jesus. He's there to help you, to change you, to transform you. And if you come to Jesus and accept him and the Holy Spirit changes you, we'll all live happily ever after. Voila. Have an amazing day. Bye.